Okay, we're not live. Something. Okay, now we're live. Thank God we're live. Right there for 10 seconds. Okay. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Lucas, aka 3 Point Spanish King, and we have a debut on the show all the way from Bangladesh in Hack. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, and my test match has just finished, and I'm just not very happy, but I'm excited to come
Mm,
and join in your show. Thanks for having me.
absolutely. Pleasure is all mine. As you mentioned, you're not very happy, and West Indies, we had a test match going on between West Indies and Bangladesh, and unfortunately for Hack, West Indies have won this test match very comfortably by 7 wickets. After West Indies decided to they won the toss and decided to bowl first on a very bowling friendly pitch. And poor Bangladesh's top and middle order Hack, they failed to fire, literally got absolutely nowhere. Talk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. My Bangladesh team batting order has been suffering for some time because I was saw a report on Bangladeshi channel that they're showing that every time Bangladesh is batting, they always lose 4 5 wickets.
Mm,
Just like they play in Mirpur and against Sri Lanka, they lost the first five
mm.
wickets, and in the second innings they lost the last 5 wickets. So that two collapses make them lose. So here also, West Indies, uh, they're batting first, and they have got like 6 ducks or something. That's not the
Yes,
best thing to have, right?
that
All are gone.
absolutely correct, Hack. They got off to a very bad start, as you said. Another collapse. Um, they quickly went 4 for 41, and then 5 for 41, 6 for 45. However, there was resistance by Shakib Hassan
Yeah.
and uh, Tamir Iqbal. I think that's how you can tell me how to pronounce his name. Educate me on that one, please.
Yes. Yeah, Tamim Iqbal. When everybody lost their wicket, it was the new captain. Because before this series, there was Mominul Haq, he was the captain, and
Yes.
Shakib Al Hasan became the new captain.
Yes,
And
very good point.
normally Shakib does not play the test. He always try to skip something. And
Yeah,
this time, the BCB president tried to convince him, and now he's the captain, and they have also used Mustafiz. He was also not willing to play the test, but still they have picked him. He was the only positive side in the team. Other players did not play that much, and you all see the ducks and stuff. And
yes,
good bowling from West Indies. Make no
yes,
mistake,
yes,
they have bowled really well. There was
absolutely.
some there was some buzz about the Duke ball it used in West Indies, and Bangladesh team have last played there in 2018, like 4 years ago, and a lot of these bowlers haven't really bowled with the Bangladeshi bowlers. They haven't used with the Duke balls.
Yes,
Uh,
very
in
good
ba- in,
point.
ba- in Bangladesh, they use the SG ball or something.
Yes,
So it's quite kind of different. The seam is different and everything. Yep.
but you make a very good point with the ball. In West Indies, it is similar to what they use in the England's. As you said, the Duke ball, and Bangladesh are used to having spinners. They're not really having used to have medium pacers or fast bowlers. But you made also another very good point with West Indies bowling. West Indies in that first innings were amazing with their bowling, especially Cole Myers and Kumar Roach. How Jaden Seals picked up 3 wickets? Joseph picked up 3 wickets. So they all chipped in with wickets. So how did you see how they went on a bowling perspective from the West Indies?
Well, before the match, I was making my dream 11 team, and I
Yes,
have picked Kima Roach coming into the side, and
yes,
the Sales, Jaron Seals, and the third one, Joseph. I did not pick Kyle Mers, and he was really amazing bowling. Yeah, he bowled really well. He's really
yes.
surprised me. And finally, Bangladesh were bowled out for 103. Well, I think what can we say about that? You can't win a test match from scoring 103, right?
That's exactly right. And again, you bring up good points today. you didn't pick Kyle Myers, but his bowling was tremendously good in this Test match. Not just in this first innings. We'll get into the second innings a bit later, but he was right. You were right there. He did bowl very well in that first innings, and it's not so much picking up wickets. He didn't like pick up 4 or 5, but he was bowling very tight bowling, very very tight. He's not the quickest bowler in the world. He's not as quick as Jofra Archer or Mitchell Stark or Josh Hazlewood from Australia, but he does the right things with the ball.
Yes, he was the pick of the bowlers and he have bowled really well and supported the team. And as we know, last time West Indies and Bangladesh played in West Indies, Jason Holder played very well. So this time he was
Yes,
not playing, and Kyle Myers did his part, and replacing the Jason Holder's bowling.
yes. Very, very, very good. Again, a very good point. Jason Holder was not available for this Test match, so Kyle Myers did have to bowl a couple of overs just to make up for his bowling. And as you said, he bowled extremely well. And in your opinion, you said he was the bowler of that innings. Now, as you said, 103 Bangladesh made. Don't win too many Test matches when you get out in your first innings for 103. So Bangladesh had to bowl well in the West Indies first innings. Unfortunately, for you, Hack, West Indies got off to a really, really good start. Craig Brathwaite picked up a 94. Jermaine Blackwood picked up 63. And it was just one-way traffic for a while there, halfway through day two. West Indies were 4 for 197. But after that, the Bangladesh bowlers did bowl well. They did get back into this game. They bowled some tight bowling. West Indies had a little bit of a collapse through Kyle Myers, Joshua Da Silva. Mendy Hassan bowled really well, and it managed to get to West Indies to 265. So your opinions on the bowling innings from West Indies from Bangladesh?
Well, this when the West Indies batting started,
Mm.
well, I had my captain Carlos Prophet. He was my Dream 11 captain, so I was excited about him because I know last time they played in West Indies 2018, he got hundreds. So
Mm.
he was playing, and they were playing very slow. So I came to know that the Bangladesh have bowled really disciplined bowling, but still
Yes,
they were not getting much wicket. They were batting really well, and somewhere in the middle of the West Indies innings, Bangladesh have really come back. Some good bowling from Khalid Ahmed and some very good bowling from Mehdi Miraj. Yeah, as you
yeah,
know, Taijul was not playing. That's why
yes.
there was a lot of pressure on Mehdi Miraj and being the spinner alongside Shakib.
Well, you mentioned he bowled very well. He picked up 4 wickets. Mehdi picked up 4 wickets for 59. He was very good, and this pitch wasn't really a spinning track. This pitch, so it was really made for fast bowlers. So as a spinner, he did extremely well, despite the pitch not being to his best conditions.
I think the strategy for Bangladesh team management was that in this West Indies team, there are a lot of left-handers and
Mm.
off spinners will counter them. That's something in mind of Domingo, Russell Domingo, the Bangladeshi coach from South Africa.
Very, very, very good point. And as I said, he bowled fantastically. So West Indies managed to get bowled out for 265. So Bangladesh, they needed to significantly improve on their second innings, and they did that to a degree. Hack. Unfortunately, it really wasn't enough. They had a little bit of a collapse. They were 7 for 45. Sorry, 4 for 75. That's wrong information. But once again, Hassan and Shakib really pushed Bangladesh into a strong position, tried to get some runs on the board. Hassan Joy also picked up some runs. So they significantly improved in that second innings, Hack. So how did you see that as a fan of Bangladesh?
Yeah, Mahmudul Hassan Joy is a new batsman,
Yes.
and we have been struggling to find a partner for Tamim Iqbal for a long time. We have tried almost everybody. Saif Hassan has been there, and no one really worked. This time we have keep faith on Mahmudul Hassan Joy. And in the first innings, he got also a duck. So I was like, what is going on? But then again, everybody going out, and Mominul Haq have been so bad form or something. And then Shakib Al Hasan, the captain himself, again scoring some runs, and the wicketkeeper Nurul Hassan Chauhan, he played really well.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and the
as you
bowling
said.
was really well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bowling was really well. They were bowled really well, and there was there was the only thing suspense about this match was, are we going to make them bat second, yeah, or going to get innings out? Because
Yes,
as I told you before, we can't win a match from 103 score.
correct. And as you pointed out, some resistance from Nurul Hassan and Shakib Hassan, their captain. However, on a bowling perspective, Kumar Roach picked up a 5 wicket haul again. He seems to be like the Jimmy Anderson. He keeps on going. He keeps on getting better with age. 5 wickets, 10 maidens, economy rate of 2.13. How did you see his bowling?
When I came to know that this guy is coming back into the team, I pick him in the Dream 11 team because I know he is a dangerous bowler,
Mm,
and I've been watching him for a long time. You know, I'll tell you a story where Bangladesh played West Indies in 2009, and the West Indies team had some strike going on, and main player, no one really came. So they
yes,
picked some players, and one of the players was Darren Sammy, who later went on to become a superstar, and another was Kemar Roach. So I was like, who is this guy? And ever since then, he has been playing really well for West Indies and getting better and better. You know, a lot of players are getting wasted talent in West Indies, but I hope this guy really plays for West Indies and not go into county and stuff.
absolutely, very good opinion there. However, West Indies, unfortunately, while Bangladesh did improve a hell of a lot in their second innings of 265, unfortunately, West Indies only need 88. Having said that, good fight back from Bangladesh. They did cause a little bit of a collapse. Khalid Ahmed bowled extremely well in that second innings, picked up 3 wickets. At one stage, West Indies were 3 for 9, and you're thinking, well, geez, can we do this? Can Bangladesh pull an absolute miracle? Unfortunately, John Campbell, the opening partner to Craig Brathwaite, got a 50, and Jermaine Blackwood managed to hold the ship and get there with 3 wickets. But you must be really impressed with how Bangladesh fought back in that fourth innings, considering that West Indies only had to chase a very low total.
Yeah, the bowling has been up to the mark and
Mm,
more than the expectations because the bowlers have experience in Duke ball, but just a little bit of help from the batters and maybe
yes.
like 150 runs more, some runs from Tamim and Mominul, the senior ones, and Mushfiqur Rahim is not playing. He's gone to the religious Hajj affair, so he's unavailable for this series. But anyways, uh, we have to play with whoever we are getting,
Mm,
and yeah, I hope we get some runs in the second match, and our bowling is up to the mark, and we will get some West Indies wickets because we have done that before, winning in New Zealand and winning in South
yes.
Africa. Yep,
Yeah, and
we have won overseas.
yes, you have. You a very good win in New Zealand in that first test. But as you just mentioned, the Bangladesh bowlers have improved a significant amount. You'd say the one weakness with the bowling would be finding pace bowlers or medium pace bowlers. But as you said, they won in New Zealand, and that's a very good place for seam bowling, which was a heavy weakness against Bangladesh. But they managed to win there, and they've managed again to restrict West Indies to only 265 in that first innings. And they had a mini collapse in that second innings. So the Bangladesh bowlers have the seam bowlers in particular have improved dramatically, and that must be very happy as a Bangladesh fan, that knowing that what they do have the bowlers to pull up these kind of results. But as you said, probably needs to improve in the batting, because as you said earlier in the show, 100 is not going to win you Test matches. which is a bit of a pity because the bowling actually bowled so well in this match. Hack.
Yeah, if you look at the Bangladeshi bowling, we do not have Taskin Ahmed, who has been bowling
Yes.
so well,
Mm,
and he has been out for injury.
mm.
And another good bowler, rising bowler, is Shoriful Islam. He is a left-arm pacer and bowls really well. And they say that Mustafizur Rahman does not want to play Test. Well, what can we say about that? But he's a great bowler in
Yep.
ODI cricket. But just having him in the team gives us some confidence. And we just need Taskin Ahmed to bowl well, Taskin Ahmed to come back in the team and play well. And we have the other bowlers like Ibadut Hussain and Khalid Ahmed, all the pacers. We don't have the height and we don't have the pace,
No.
but we can fight back. We can always fight back. And if there is any way uh, the Bangladeshi players are spirited, they will win no matter what. Right.
Absolutely. As I say, they're represented by the tiger, the fighting spirit of the tiger. Um, and as you said, the bowling has dramatically improved the last 12 months. Just needs to improve on the batting. So West Indies win that Test match by 7 wickets. We move on to the second Test match, which starts on the 24th of June. So, what improvements would you like to see in that second Test match from Bangladesh?
Definitely in the batting and top
Yep,
order.
yep,
We need 50s and 100s from Tamim, Momidul, Nazmul Hossain Shanto, Abdul Hassan Joy. The lower and middle order, they are set. I think we have Liton Dash, we have Shakib, we have Nurul Hassan. We have that already. We just need some top order, some calmness, and some fight back. Because as our captain said, Shakib Al Hassan said that you can't be spoon-fed these wins. You have to go out there and take it, earn it. You won't be
absolutely,
given on your plate. He was absolutely right.
absolutely. And for the bowling perspective, would you make any changes, or are you happy with their bowling?
Well, if you look at the Bangladeshi test bowling, all the averages are up. Every
Yeah,
bowler you get is like 50, 60, 80. I saw most of his stats. He got 36, which is like, wow, great.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think if any good bowler is available, we can replace it. But otherwise, this bowling team is doing quite well. It's the batting, so we keep the same bowling lineup, and I hope there is no injury or something. Just bowling well in the second test. We can get draw or win. Anything is good. But we
Uh,
cannot win. I repeat, we cannot win a test match with 100 score. That's like,
well,
yeah, that's like someone scoring Australia on England. Any player they can score 100 runs. It's not a team score. It's like a single player score. Yeah. Thank you.
well, that's the message for Hack. Someone needs to step up in the batting, especially the top order. That's his message. Anyway, we'll conclude today's show. Thank you, Hack, so much for coming along. I think you did fantastic today. So don't worry about that. We'll have you along this series if we can. But thank you for coming today. Really appreciated your opinions. And we like to see you soon again.
Yeah. Thanks for having me in the show, and it's a great honor and representing my country. you know. And and thanks for appreciating Bangladesh cricket and having a episode on Bangladesh West Indies because I know a lot of people are busy in England and busy
Mm.
about Australia and India, and Bangladesh is slowly but coming into the cricket scene. Right?
Absolutely, you said that perfectly. It's very hard, being a Bangladesh fan or being from Bangladesh fan because cricket is literally dominated by England, by Australia, by India, and Bangladesh is a lesser known team. But as you said, they are improving, and we will represent Bangladesh through this series and the second Test match. Um, But that's it for today's show. You can follow me on 3 Point Spanish King on Twitter. You can also follow Hack on Twitter. He loves playing Dream 11. So get on board with that with him. And we look forward to seeing your company at the end of this show and on the next show in the second test match, which will start in June the 24th. So thank you, Hack, for coming, and we will see you next time.
See ya.